Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is your boy Victor here from Top Deck Gaming. We're bringing you guys another videos of the winter playset. We still haven't finished with those videos yet, so I bring you here a matchup between Mew Vmax and Single Strike Urshifu with the Umbreon shenanigan, or whatever you want to put it. But yeah, I would call it Umbreon Vmax because we have a 3-3 line of the Umbreons and 2-2 of the Urshifus. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start here this matchup. See how we do against the Mew. Let's see how this goes. My opponent is starting with the Mew, and this hand is not looking pretty good. My starting Pokemon, you do not want to start with those Houndours because you want to set them up, not get them KO. So my opponent debating here whether he plays what's he going to discard with the quick ball, getting rid of that Oricorio, which I think this Oricorio allows your Fusion Strike Pokemon to take 20 less damage from your opponent's attack. So that's pretty good that he discarded it, so that we don't have to deal with the negative 20 damage ability. He's gonna get that Genesect. This is why Mew is so freaking good. Because right now you can have a dead card, but with that Genesect ability, you will be able to draw a cards. I mean, not at the moment, not too much, but once you have like a ton of freaking energies there, oof, not good, no bueno. But there it is, the Fusion Strike energy. He's going to be that Mew is going to be protected. Um, Due to the fact that it's not going to be affected by quick shooting or the Umbreon ability, due to the fact that that pesky ability protects the Mew. That's it, pretty much. But ourselves here, uh, we managed to get ourselves an Umbreon, another Houndour for next turn, and we're going to be playing Research here, discarding a Capture Energy, of Earn a Vitality, Switch, and Research. I mean, playing the Research though. And let's see what we got here. We have another Houndour, pretty good. Quick balling that Urshifu because we do not want to deal with the with the weakness stuff. We want to hit our opponent for weakness, not take the weakness damage. And our setup is pretty good. Now the thing is, do we have a supporter for next turn? Fortunately for us, we do. So now we just have to wait. Evolution Instance, getting that Mew Vmax. Quick balling, discarding the Boss's Holders. Yep, discarding the Boss's Holders. That's pretty good. And he's gonna get himself a secondary Genesect, so he's going to be able to draw 3 cards now. Ooh, and he's gonna be using a Boss's Holders, targeting that Umbreon. Now all he needs is, there it is, energy for turn. Secondary, third Genesect coming into play, very good. He already used one Genesect ability. Now he will be able to use 2 more abilities. Look at that. You love to see it. Putting Power Tablet there, and then using the second ability to draw more cards. Right now, my opponent, what he needs is to set up a another Mew, and there it is. There he goes. This is why Mew is such a good deck to be playing it right now. It is so freaking consistent. You can play it with, if you want to. You can play it with. You see there, he has a Latias. If we evolve, he can just easily spam that Latias attack for not too much damage, but he will be protected from the Vmaxes. So insane. And also, you can play with the Meloetta, doing a ton of more damage for each Fusion Strike energies that you have in play. And there it is, using the Stormy Mountain to get himself that Latias. Oof, not good, not good at all. You don't want to see that card being played here. There it is. He's going to be race setting and using the Genesect attack for doing 240 damage with the power tablet shenanigan here. Now we found ourselves a Houndoom, sorry. So that's pretty good. Hopefully we play the ability first before anything, and we check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. So I think we have all our energies in place, so hopefully we can draw another evolution, because that's what we need to be able to take a knockout here in this Vmax Umbreon. I mean Mew. So all we need is evolution and energy, pretty much. We're gonna go ahead and play the research, drawing 7 new cards. So hopefully in this 7 new cards we have what we need. And yeah, we actually do. To be honest, we actually do. We have an evolution instance to get ourselves a secondary Houndoom, and we also have a capture energy, so we can attach that capture energy into the active and get ourselves another Umbreon, and have them ready for next turn. And here it is, fusion evolution instance, getting that, playing it, attaching it to the active, and then capture energy and get ourselves the Umbreon V, taking shortcuts in here. And now we are going to be able to slap my opponent for 160, 170, 180, 190, 200 damage. Plus weakness, that'll be 400. We're going to be taking a knockout, taking ourselves 3 prices. Pretty good. Now, what do we need for next turn? Now we're playing in here pretty smart so far, because the moment, like I said, the moment we evolve into the Umbreon is the moment we lose, due to the fact that he will have that Latias attack that does only 70 damage, I think it is, but it protects your opponent's Vmaxes cannot hit you. So not opting to evolve our Umbreons is actually a better play here. And my opponent will be using his first Genesect ability to draw a couple of cards there. He has a capture energy, but I think that what my opponent needs is the supporter that accelerates the energies. And then second, and there it is. My opponent scoops it up. He is not able to find himself the supporter that allows him to search for 2 energies into his, just 2 special energies into his deck and attach them to his Fusion Strike Pokemon. So we take game 1 here. Now let's see if we can survive game number 2, and we can just finish with this. But as you can see, we not evolving gave us a huge advantage, because if we evolve we do 160, but if we don't evolve we still do 160 due to the Moonlight Blade attack of the Umbreon, that if it does 80 base damage, but if you have damage counters on it you do 80 more, so you're already doing 160 plus the extra 20 from the energies. You get the numbers, and hitting, like I said, hitting for weakness is so good, but sometimes it's bad. It's bad when they do it to you. And that is, we do not get a basic Pokemon out of this. We only got some fusion, so evolutions. But it would have been an excellent hand if we would have a basic Pokemon in there. start with the Umbreon, so that's pretty good. My opponent slaps that Mew full art, and then we have ourselves two Houndowers for next turn. We're not gonna bench them just in case, but right now, since we only have like 200, I think it is two. That Umbreon has 200 HP. On my opponent's second turn, he will be able to take a knockout on this Umbreon. So we need to find ourselves another Umbreon to have as a backup. So once we bench the Houndour and play the level ball to get another one, hopefully that Marnie gives us a way out to play another Umbreon. There it goes. My opponent getting that Genesect into play, quick balling the capture energy, getting himself a Mew. I thought he was gonna get the Genesect so he can draw more cards with the ability, but it doesn't matter here. He can still use that ability and get the cards that he needs for next turn. And there it is. He has the Genesect. He has a Genesect in hand, so that's pretty good. He's not going to use the abilities, but there it is. Houndour levelable, getting him ourselves a secondary Houndour. And now we will be able to play Marnie. And like I said, it is not good to Marnie our opponents due to the fact that we give him 4 cards. 4 cards for them is like juice because they can easily use the cards that they have in hand and draw more cards with the power of the Genesect ability, which is freaking busted. There it is, capture energy. Are we gonna be able to use it? Because we can go for the capture energy, attaching to the active, have another Houndour, another Umbreon, sorry, into the bench. There it is. We go for it, but the question is, do we have a supporter in hand for next turn? That's the key question. That is the key question. And we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, my opponent attaches another capture energy into the active Mew, getting himself probably a third Genesect. Let's see what he goes for it. No, he's gonna go for the Oricorio. That Oricorio is pretty good because it takes 20 less. Their Fusion Strike Pokemon take 20 less damage from your opponent's less attack. So Power Tablet coming in clutch. And there it is, that supporter, which I don't know the name of it, but as you can see, he will be able to accelerate 2 energies from his deck. I think they have to be Fusion Strike energies. Attach it to the Mew, probably attach it to the Genesect so he can power it up. And now he's going to use the ability to draw a couple of more cards with the Genesect ability. Ooh, Vitality Band doing 10 extra sweet and juicy stuff. But he's going to Tool Scraper it away. Why? Because he wants to get himself that Mew Vmax. But he does not get it, to be honest. So he just going for the retreat. Now let's see if what we top deck here. Ooh, a true Shifu. And no, we do not have an ability to attack. That is the sad, not ability. A supporter to draw more cards. Sorry. This is not looking good for us. Even though my opponent didn't take a knockout on his last turn, um, it is still bad for us because we don't have a draw supporter, and right now we can't do much. All we will be doing is just 50 damage into that Oricorio, so he would not be able to retreat for next turn, which is pretty good. But if my opponent has a switch, that could be it for him. So hopefully our next draw will be the one who get us out of this pickle. And now my opponent here has a lot of cards in hand, but not a lot that he can do. And also, it's not going to be 50, it's going to be 30. Why? Because of the ability. So those 20 extra damage that we do with our single strike energy, we're not going to affect due to Oricoria's ability. I think my opponent here will be using one Genesect ability to draw one card. Attachment per turn into that Genesect. And that's Peony discarding his hand and probably gonna search for 2 items or 2 trainers. Those 2 trainers could be the cross receivers, or I mean, not really. He can just get for the 2 evolution instance, play them. Now there it is, evolution instance and switch, which will give him the necessary cards to be able to retreat and to be able to take a knockout into this freaking Umbreon, taking 2 prizes out the back and putting him in on the lead, because right now we are in a bad pickle. And then himself using the ability, drawing himself quite a few cards, and pow, going for 220 damage knockout. Now we have to think here, what the hell am I promoting? And we only have a boss of orders, so that's pretty bad. So that's pretty bad indeed. We're gonna go ahead for that Mew V, and we're gonna slap it for 100 minus 30. That will be 70 damage. Yeah, I think that'll be 70 damage. 70 damage. Oh no, 80. My bad. Because he does not block 30, he blocks 20. So yeah. And yeah, I have no way out here, to be honest. I'm not gonna see what the hell we top deck, because he getting rid of, yeah, that will put him in a way in a way more in a advantageous point here. Now hopefully for this 3rd game we can redeem ourselves and see if we can actually set up properly, have ourselves, if we play a Marnie, so that our Marnie does not betray us and stab us in the back and give us a dead hand. Hopefully they gave us something good to work with. And of course we're gonna be opting to go first. And there it is. Let's see if we draw ourselves a a lot of evolution, no basic though. That's pretty bad. So giving our opponent another mulligan, which is bad and at the same time is good. Why is bad? Because we do not want to give our opponent why is good? Sorry, why is good to give our opponent mulligan? Because he got more cards to work with and to set up. But at the same time, it's bad for them because if we give them cards like, for example, supporters that they cannot use, um, or items that they cannot use and play them, then that will be a bad for them. So they will not be able to play the Genesect's ability. Which will allow them to draw more cards. But there we go with oof. Our hand is disgusting, and we're just gonna pass. Oof, having ourselves 3 energies, 2 evolution Pokemons, it is atrocious. This is when we need a Marnie. To be honest, we need a Marnie right now. Because if we do not get a Marnie, my opponent is just gonna take a stomp on those freaking Houndours or Houndoons and just be free. Because, I mean, if we evolve, like, if we have one more energy in the deck that we can use the ability to accelerate, that will be extremely good. But if we don't, uh, we will only be doing 70 damage. 70 damage plus weakness is 140, right? If I'm not mistaken. 140. That's not good. So he's rethinking his play here. He's not going to be using Peony just yet. He's going to attach the... well, he can't attach the energy. So, because he already attached Capture to get more cards. But now he's going to use Peony, getting himself 2 more cards. Probably getting himself a Crystal Evolution Instance and a Crystal. No, it's a Quick Ball. Quick Ball and the Crystal, the Fog Crystal. Debating here whether he gets. No, yeah, he's going to go for the Genesis. He's going to go for those 2 cards with the Peony, quick balling the Stormy Mountain and getting himself a secondary Genesect. So right now, my opponent, all what he needs to do is just use the damn ability of the Genesect to draw more cards, which is freaking hilarious. It's like you can have no card in hand and have that ability and just feel fresh, set up your bench, set up your attackers, and bada bing, bada boom. And there it is, the old cemetery. If we attach an energy into our Pokemons that they are not psychic, we're going to be taking 20 damage, which is not good. Playing Power Tablet there to be able to draw more cards, and then Quick Ball discarding a Boss's Orders to probably get himself a 3rd Jenny. There it is, a 3rd Genesect hitting the bench. And now he will be able to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cards, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see how many he draws. 1, 2, 3. 3 more cards. So the total cards in hand is only 5. So that's pretty good. And then he's going to retreat, leave that Mew with the energy into there, and look at that. So this is pretty bad. Oh, and there it is. We have a knockout here from to this Mew because we have the secondary, whatchamacallit, we have the single strike energy in here, so we can attach that per turn and then slap my opponent with I think it is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 damage. 90 times 2, it is enough to knock out our opponent here. And then we're gonna be taking more damage. Also, we didn't attach the damage with the old cemetery. It wouldn't knock us out though, it would just put us to 40 HP. But there it is. We taking dubs with the dogs. So this is pretty good. Now let's see what else we could do here. My opponent attaching the fusion strike, not fusion, the fusion energy into that Mew, and now the Mew will be able to hit us for uh, either 210 or 130. Either way, he takes a knockout into our Houndours, but I think he's going to go for the 220 attack, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what he goes for. And then Vitality Band, getting rid of his old cemetery and Rose Stadium. And there it is. We fixed the math there with the old cemetery shenanigan. Drawing for his third Jenny ability. And there it is. He's going to be playing the supporter that allows him to attach energies into from out of his deck into his Pokemon. He's going to go for those two double energies, probably going for the Mew and the Jenny. No, he will attach into the active. I don't know why he went for that route. Uh, and then he's going to use the 130 attack to knock us out. And then now let's see if we have a way to respawn here. So we have the urn, putting ourselves those two energies back to the deck. And then quick ball, discarding another single strike energy to get ourselves a... Let's see what we get. Ooh, a Crobat. That's pretty good. Yeah, so we're gonna go for the Crobat shenanigan, and then for the Umbreon. So we're gonna go ahead and capture energy into the active, and getting the Umbreon out of the deck with the capture energy, and at the same time using the ability, so that way we can take a knockout. I mean, not take a knockout, but I got scared for a minute here that we didn't saw those energies. But taking, dealing a lot of damage into my opponent, doing 140, which is pretty good. And even though if he goes for, whatchamacallit? Ooh, putting another energy back into the deck, pretty good. What we can do is attach that scroll into the active, and then Crobat. Ooh, look at that, beautiful. Now we managed to get ourselves back from this bad situation that we had here. So hopefully we can do something good. But let's see what else we go with. 5, 6, 7. 70 damage. So that will be only 140. If we go for the boss's orders into the Mew, we're gonna be short for a couple of, like, I think it's 20 more damage. So that's not pretty good. And we played that Crobat, and we put those energies back, and then they came back to us. So nasty. Now let's see how this goes. Alright. Now let's see if we can find ourselves some cool shenanigans. Now the question is, how can we come back, from this bad situation that we're having here? Because my opponent here, what he's trying to do is trying to get himself probably, and then there it is, a knockout. I thought he was gonna go for the evolution there, but he's gonna take one prize, and oof. Now we're just thinking here. So with that little hand hour, we will be able to take a knockout there. Uh, we have an evolution instance. Attachment there per turn. We take 20 due to the old cemetery. And now we have 1, 2, 3 cards, 3 energies. So we should have one more available in our deck. So hopefully we can do something about it. Yeah, so we have 1 energy there. It looks like we are going for the getting ourselves that Urshifu so we can get it. We can get rid of it because right now we can get that Urshifu. We take a knockout here in this Mew Vmax, so that'll be good. And then ability, so we're doing 90. We're doing 90 damage. So this will be 100, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190 damage. And he already has 140, so that will be enough to knock out his Pokemon, his Mew. And then if we can find ourselves, there it is. I think we have another Houndour, which is pretty good. So we're just surviving here at this point with our dogs. To be honest, we have our dogs here, and we're taking knockouts, which is pretty good. We're taking knockouts, but if we had the opportunity to whatchamacallit, to set up that Umbreon, things will be so much easier. And then we're going to be doing 90 damage, and I think that's a knockout. So we are 1 prize card away from winning, but the thing is, can we actually come on top here? Because my opponent, what he needs is he needs to evolve that Mew Vmax, that Mew into the Vmax in order to take a knockout in this Houndour. And like I said, if he does, he can just save his boss's orders for next turn and target our Umbreon, and that will leave us in a bad situation here, to be honest, which is not quite good. And then he attaching the capture energy into the Genesect will give him 20 damage into that Genesect because of the old cemetery. Like I said, he needs to find a way to evolve that Mew. If he does not have a way to evolve it, that's gonna be pretty bad. playing Peony. Oof. Playing Peony meaning that he will get rid of that boss's holder, so that gameplay there will be pretty bad now. Seeing getting rid of all those cards is not quite good. Power tablet and a fog crystal. Yeah, so he got rid of pretty much all his bosses. 3 bosses in the discard pile, I think I saw there. So that's pretty good to see. So that way he can take a knockout into this Houndoom. But next turn I could just leave the Crobat there, for example, and then just wait, because he will have no way to gust except if he has a 2 cross receivers. That will mean, you know, a lot of problems for us. But now he's gonna go for the 130, and he taking 1 price is pretty bad. But what we need to do here, we can't play Marnie, because if we play Marnie, we allow him to draw more cards with the Genesect, giving him the opportunity to take key cards out of the deck. So we're gonna head and bump his Stadium Evolution Instance, getting our our Houndour. Attach energy per turn. That will be that we take 20 damage, but that man, that's pretty bad, to be honest. If my opponent have a switch here, he will have the opportunity to just retreat, switch out, and take a knockout if we do not find a way to evolve this Umbreon, to be honest. And let's see if we have ourselves. Ooh, we do not. We do not have another Houndour. All of them are in the discard pile, to be honest. We have used them all. But yeah, we have no way out. All we can do here is use the Stadium to draw 2 more cards, and just pray that my opponent draw 2. We didn't get nothing out of it, so we're still in a bad spot. Now we can go for that research play. Oof, and we do so. Getting rid of those energies that, well, I mean, we managed to find ourselves a secondary energy, but right now at this point, I think it is like very. We can take a knockout here. Yes, we can do 100 damage into this Mew, but after that, what can we do? Let's see if we have our boss's orders in the discard pile. We have 2 energies there, but no boss's orders. As far as I'm concerned, there's not boss's orders there. Putting those energies to the side and counting how many urns have we used so far, and we have used, oh my goodness, we have used 3 urns so far. That is not good at all. So our chances to win here are very, very slim. Like, even though we managed to take 5 prices, trying to find ourselves that last knockout is going to be very difficult here. We're just trying to thin to see if we can find ourselves a boss's orders. I mean, let's take a look here. Do we have a boss's orders? No, we don't, but we're gonna go for that Umbreon play. If we have that Umbreon in play, we can potentially next turn evolve it, and then if for example, if he retreats, then hopefully that Tower of Darkness can give us the card that we need to evolve that Umbreon, bring it back into the active, and knock it out, hopefully. So hopefully here our opponent does not knock us out, because if, as far as I'm concerned, I think my opponent used that Genesect attack last turn, so he would not be able to do 210 damage. He will only be able to do 130 unless he managed to find a switch, so that way he can retreat and then promote. Oh, but our our cell phone, our GoPro battery just went out, and that will be it. Ooh, I forgot that we didn't record that all the way, but we managed to take a knockout here in this event. Why do I know that? Because let me tell you a little bit of this. We managed to get third place. I think this is one of the last matches that we have here, and then we go to top 8. In top 8, I managed to go up against Jose Marrero, and then we managed to beat Jose Marrero in the top 8. But yeah, man, it's such a shame that we don't have the the full video here of this matchup. So it's pretty bad. I apologize that we don't have it fully, but like I said, I will after this video I will leave you another video of the prices that they gave us. One of my team members, so it was Brandon Salazar got first, Brandon Rowlett got second, or vice versa, I don't know, but there was two Brandons on the first and second. So one Salazar got himself the 4 full art minis. Brandon Rowlett got himself the 4 gold intelligence quick shooting. I got third, so I got 13 packed, and one of my team members, Nick Boy, got himself fourth place, so he also got 13 packs to open. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am sorry it's not fully completed, and due to the battery, it's quite a shame that I couldn't show you how I managed to take the dub here. Because like I said, my opponent here did not use the Mew attack for 130. He used the Genesect attack for 210. So at this point, I know that I took the dub, but in the next video that I upload, you guys will see me opening the packs that I got, and yeah. But that'll be it for the videos, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Mew Vmax is one of the top decks out there. If you have the money and the resources to build it, go ahead and do so. And you see here that even though I had type advantage, I struggled so much to set up here. And well, the Houndours were the Pokemons that got as the dub there. But without further ado, guys, I'll stop talking, let you guys go. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. With